I'm still kind of figuring this thing out. So trying to give you guys a little visual and trying to give you guys the podcast. I just want to say welcome, man. Welcome to the real. Real is the acronym for realize everything ain't love. So welcome to my podcast, man. I decided today that I was going to do something different, and I was going to get a lot of emotions off my chest. So we're going to get right into it. Imagine 8-year-old Will laying in my bunk bed. I'm asleep, excuse me. So I feel a little tap. Tap, 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 tap. And I'm told, come into the other room with no underwear on. Okay. So I do it. Because the people who told me to do it are people that I trusted. They were people who were, how can I say, we just gonna say they were people I trusted. They were people I loved and I trusted. So that's probably one of my biggest regrets in life, ever getting out of my bed and going in that room. So I went in that room, 8-year-old Will, and that's what 8-year-old Will became preteen Will. That night I lost my virginity to 2 women. I went from this bed to this bed, from this bed to this bed, from this bed to this bed all night, doing God knows what that I shouldn't have been doing. Alright, we're gonna fast forward. Like 3 days later, bro, I'm in the backyard chilling, playing with my boys. I'm probably hooping. No, probably not, because I wasn't that good at eat. But yeah, man, my boy's sister. It's like, yo, come here. So I go in the on the back porch where she lives. I don't even live a couple houses away from us. I go on the back porch and she's like, yo, you either gonna have sex with me or I'm gonna make all the boys outside beat you up. Okay. Nah, I wasn't like, okay, I wasn't with it because I had already just had a bad experience. And I won't even say it was a bad experience. I realized it was a bad experience. I realized it was a bad experience now that I'm older, if that makes sense. So anyway, we go back and forth, fussing. I tell her I'm not doing it. Now she tells me, well, if you don't do it, you can't be friends with my brother no more. You ain't going outside with him. Don't come to my house. None of that. Oh, man. And I can't play with my best friend. So, on that back porch, once again, Will becomes a man. So, within a span of a week, 3 women that 2 that I trusted for sure, and 1, but 3 women took advantage of me at 8 years old. Like, I was a baby. We took advantage of a baby. Like, y'all wasn't probably that. I mean, they was teenagers. I'm not gonna act like they was grown ass women, but they were teenagers. They were older than me, and they knew better. Like they knew better. I want to say 8, yeah, maybe 8. I don't think I was older than 8, but I remember that experience, and even as a man, excuse me, it's late. I didn't get the chance to do this. It's like 12:30. I'm sorry for the yawning, guys. I really am, but I wanted to get this out to the world. So anyway, and be mindful, I'm not using the greatest equipment right now. I'm just recording on my phone, using my AirPod, and trying to get this out here, man. I just want to do it. I want to be serious about what I do. But back on topic. So anyway, as a man, like the age I am now, I sit back and I'm like, damn, like my innocence was taken from me. Like I have my own kids. How would I feel if somebody did that to my kids? Like I would be ready to kill somebody. Like I never even told my father that this happened to me. Like I didn't have a lot of trust in my family growing up. So I didn't tell anybody. So I know it's other people out there that ain't telling nobody. Like, yo, that happened to me too. Or yo, this happened to me. Like this don't just go for boys, it's go for females as well. Like you guys, this happens to you guys way more than it happens to us. The problem is when it happens to us, they say it's not rape. because we men, like, we supposed to just be these sexual deviants that don't care about our penis. Like, I feel like my life could be completely different had I not had that experience. Like, maybe I would value relationships more. Maybe I would treat women differently. Like, I'm not even turned on by aggressive women. Like, and I think that stems from that. Like, somebody making me do something. So I don't like when women are aggressive. Like, if a woman raises her voice too loud to me, I get like, hold up. What do you mean? Like, and I'm not saying I'm not a woman beater. Don't nobody. Like, I just don't take it well. I'm the most peaceful person you'll ever meet. Like, but that's just one of the symptoms. Like, I went one time, I was told I have a PTSD from things that happened to me when I was younger. Well, when I was younger. So now that I'm older and I can express myself the way I feel like I should, I want to do that through this podcast. And I'm not only going to be talking about like that one experience, because this is the first episode and we already talking about childhood rape. Like, Lil Boozy got his son some head, and people went crazy, and that's kind of what made me talk about this today, because I did hear that happen to him, and I remember my father did the same thing for me. Like, I remember being in the van with my pops, and we pulled up to a hoe. He was like, "Yo, me and my son, how much?" Feel me? I remember, and I felt like, yeah, my dad, like, fuck with me, like, that's crazy, right? Like, but that's not. In my personal opinion, I would never do that to my son. You know, like, maybe that's how I was back then. Like, that's how we were raised. But I would never do that to my son, because I wouldn't do that for my daughter. Like, I'm like, hey, my daughter 13, she wants some, you know what I'm saying? Like we got to start valuing our sons just as much as we value our daughters. I heard some ladies say the other day that women raise their daughters and baby their sons, and these were black women. So don't kill me. Like, I'm not the one who made it up. I'm the messenger, and I believe that. I believe a lot of black women do baby their sons, and that could be black men's fault as well, because we ain't in the household. But that wasn't the case for my thing. Like, I had my dad, I didn't have my mom. But it's crazy, man. Like, could you imagine? Like, 8 years old, two women. Nah, I'm just playing. That ain't nothing to glorify. I'm joking, because this is just, it's a mechanism for me to cope with shit that happened. Excuse my language. It's just a mechanism. Like, I'll laugh and joke at the worst things. Like, I almost died when I was 4 years old. We're gonna talk about that. A matter of fact, we can talk about that now. Peep game. I think 1984. I believe my mother told me it was. Let's say roughly 1984. I say I was 4 years old. Outside playing with my cousin by the pool. With a boat. No, forget that. Let's take it back to the beginning. A beautiful day. We all swimming. We all happy. It's so great. Yes. At night, me and my cousin decided to go outside. I don't know if the adults knew we were outside or not, but whatever. So we outside playing with his boat. Somehow I ends up in the water. Go figure. Now, you would think my cousin, being older than me, I guess he's about 6 or 7 at this point, so he ain't that much older, would run inside, tell the adults what's going on. Nah, I don't know what he did, because by then I was passed out. So apparently I was under the water forever. At least 10 minutes, probably. At least. Story I was told was some woman walking by jumped over the fence, pulled me out of the water, did CPR on me till EMS arrived. When EMS arrived, I was hella back to the hospital. All I remember is waking up the next day and hearing my dad, and hearing like, yo, you got here 45 minutes from North. We was in PA somewhere. I think it was in Philly. So I'm in the hospital, and now I'm looking at the TV. I see myself on Channel 4 News being airlifted. And I'm like, this is amazing. I'm a kid. This is amazing. And then, like years later, I told the story, because I was in tears telling the story. And my mom's hit me and was like, well, you were this age and you flatlined 4 times that night, and I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Like, I really died that night. Like, it would be no me. Like, it would be no Destiny, no Novaya, my kids. Um, yeah, man, it was nuts. So anyway, for years I told people like, yo, I didn't jump in that water. Like, he pushed me in that water. Like, it's no way I didn't get in the water, right? No, you lying. Don't say stuff like that. That's your cousin. He wouldn't do nothing like that. Oh, man. Now, in my mind, I'm like, I'm telling y'all, this is what happened. Why do I gotta make this up? So years later, we grown now. Like, we grown. We had a cookout. We had a family reunion. Talking. Cousin like, I'm gonna tell the truth, man. I pushed you, bro. Oh, long steps ready to go home. That shit, I ain't fucking with y'all no more. Don't nobody talk to me. It's a rap. It's a dub. Oh man, that's how I felt. Like, and to this day, I don't trust my family. Like, I don't trust them with my feelings. I can't tell them nothing because y'all didn't even believe me when I was young. It's a childhood trauma. People don't believe in childhood trauma, man. It's a real thing. So after this, so that's where my trust issue started. At 4 years old, my trust issue started from my family. So why would I tell them that I was being molested? Like, why would I tell anybody that? It makes sense, right? Like, it just makes sense. Like, if I can't trust you when I tell you that I didn't try to take my own life, why would I trust you to believe that these people are doing this to me or have done this to me? You know? Like, honestly, I don't remember if it was a continuous thing. I don't even think it was. I think it happened that one time, but that one time was enough for me to remember. So, you out there, you got some feedback. You wouldn't mind sharing. Let me know what you think. Like, I mean, I think this goes on in our community more than we think. Matter of fact, peep gang. This is something that I used to do. I remember that, like, the girls would come to my house, like, to hang with, like, my sisters and stuff, and they would let me do whatever I wanted. Like, as a kid, I felt like a pervert. I probably was a pervert. Like, they used to let me rub on them. They used to call me their little boyfriend, and I could call them my girlfriend. They give me whatever I want. They give me $1 to go to the store, but they probably was really there sweating my brother. You feel me? But that's the shit that we do to our kids. Like, we tell our sons, that's your girlfriend. That's your girlfriend. Oh, you got a whole bunch of girls, and then when he raised up to be a player, you don't understand why he like that. But you made him like that. You raised him to be a player. You already told him he has a million girlfriends. You already told him 100 times how cute he is. You already told him a million times he gonna get all the girls growing up. Like, you don't raise your son to value his penis. Value your penis, fellas. A dick is nothing nowadays. Like, they make fake ones and women use them. They'd rather use them. Like, our penis means nothing these days. Like, we don't even value it. We just stick it at anything and everybody. Like, even I went through a phase where I just was like, okay, it's sex. I don't care. I feel like I was chasing a high. Like, I as a child, I never got to experience losing my virginity. That's a big experience to not have for a child. Like, I never got to experience a real first time. I always knew that my first time wasn't my first time. If that makes sense. That's crazy, right? Like, and that's just growing up. But I said I wasn't gonna hold y'all too long. I'm at the 15-minute mark, and I don't want to go past 15 minutes because I know, after a while, people get tired of hearing the same old. So I just want to get this first episode out there, get that off my chest, man. It feels good to put that out there, man. Like, talk to your kids. Trust your kids. If your kid's giving you funny signs, they don't like being around a certain person, have a conversation. Like, something might not be right. Watch these little boys too, man. Hey, y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in. This the real right here, man. REAL. Realize everything ain't love. We gonna do this again, man. Next episode. I'm gonna talk about when my father used to beat my ass. Like, y'all don't even understand. My punishments used to be crazy, and it's definitely fucked me up here. But till next time, yo, I'ma holla.